So I've got my Bristle Bot. He's pretty cool in and of himself. He can do lots of funny things. He can move around. He can bump into other Bristle Bots. It's all good fun. But there's more that we can do with this guy. And that's what we're going to spend some time trying to see if we can do some challenges. And so one way that we can do challenges is that we can actually use straws, and we can create some rails using straws and some tape that will actually guide the motion of this Bristlebot, who otherwise just kind of, bumbles around in whatever direction he feels like, depending on how he's landing on his bristles and his legs. So what I'm going to do is make a little track. So I'm going to move my Bristlebot out here. I'm going to start with a straw. I'm just going to use some tape and just sort of tape my straws into a bit of a path. All right, so I've got a bit of a path here. We're going to see if this works. So here's my Bristlebot, and what I need is he's going to use this track, hopefully, if everything works, as a bit of a rail to go along. And he may go fast or he may go slow. I'm not entirely sure. But what we do need is to make sure that my feet are staying pretty tight to the tabletop. I don't want one of them to be up here, because then he's going to jump the rail and he's going to go off in that direction. So I want to make sure that the Bristlebot's feet are pretty much going to hold on to one side, and then his bristles are going to hold on to the other side. Now I can make them a little bit narrower or wider, and we can see how that affects how he travels along this path, but we'll do that by the experimentation method. So I'm going to put him. He seems to go towards the direction of the motor. Oh, so he kind of jumped. He's still going. I'll help him along here a little bit. He's only got 1 foot hooked along the path, but he's still working. He's a little trapped. My tape is coming up here a little bit. He likes it when the tape is nice and flat. And there, he's made it to the end of the track, and he's off. He can go wherever he wants to now. So in order to make my track work better, you can see I am taking some tape, and instead of putting it over top of the track, which created little bumps in the road that the Bristlebot was having trouble with, I'm actually taking my tape and rolling it over into little loops so that I can essentially hide it underneath. Now, if you make a track for racing and you want it to be very permanent, this tape will probably pop up. This is not very strong tape. But what you could do is you could glue this in place once you had a track that you liked. And then you'd have a permanent one, and you could reuse it and redesign your Bristlebots to try to work for that track, rather than trying to redesign your track to work for the Bristlebots. So here I am, almost finished with my new track. I feel like this one's going to work better. My first track was okay, but I think this one's going to be much more effective. I'm taping the end pieces of the track together so that it has a much smoother transition from one straw to another. We'll get it to the end here, and we will do one more test. So here's my Bristlebot. I've got him kind of in a funky position here. I sort of lowered. If you see him, he's kind of tilted forward. And I wanted to see if that would make him move a little bit better on his pipe cleaner legs here. So I made him kind of have a little forward tilt. So we're going to see how that works. Or I guess almost a backward tilt. Maybe I would put my googly eyes on the motor side, since it seems like I think he needs to lean a little away from the track, because he keeps getting stuck on the tape. He's very slow in this mode. Let's try something else. Let's try getting him back onto his bristles here. Maybe just being on 4 legs isn't enough. I could add more pipe cleaners and give him more legs. That's a little bit more effective. He's getting some more motion there. Here he goes. I think he's going to have a tough time on the inside of this turn. I might have to help him out some here. He's still going. He's still going. He's not going to win any races in this format, but it's not too bad. He's making it. He's making it. Awesome. Way to go, little Bristle Bot. Let's try you on the outside. See how that works. Oh, he gets stuck. He needs a pit crew. He's stuck again. Oh, he escaped. Oh, look at that. One leg on the... Whoa, now he's moving. Now he's moving. So you can see there's lots of things. Oh, he wants to try again. Oh, no, he didn't. You can see there's lots of things that you can do with these guys. Making some rails with straws. You could create an obstacle course with different things. You know, if I put him out here and I just put stuff that he could bump into and see how long it takes him to make it through sort of a track. There's lots of things that you can do, lots of challenges that you can come up with these Bristle Bots, and I'm excited to see what you come up with.